Is this a restricted area? This is a restricted area.
Welcome to Palisade, sir.
Yeah, welcome to Palisade. Alright, which one is his car? Probably the really fancy one, honestly. Nope, crap. I might as well knock these guys out for future convenience. Boop. I love the one where you just knock on their shoulder and then punch them, but I guess that's not the one we're getting today. Okay, let's drag these guys inside. But pretty much straight from here, I can break into the Palisade Bank, the VersaLife one, unless it's a different area. That could be something that's going on, right? Like now that we're actually breaking into the VersaLife Bank, they generate a whole different area for us to go into that we've never been inside before. Don't know. One of these cars has what we need. Aha! Package from Janus.
Okay, Alex, I got the package. Now what?
There's supposed to be a data rod and an access card inside, but the card is blank. Janus said we need to imprint it with biometrics from an active account holder.
So what? Kidnap somebody and steal their DNA?
Maybe next week. Tonight we can get what's needed from an office on the 3rd floor. According to a contact, the bank keeps clients' profiles on a secure terminal there.
So all I gotta do is get through security to find it. Great.
Okay.
Yes, since 2017. However, this particular building was completed in 2024, and since then has acted as the head office.
Very impressive. It has also been recognized as a heritage site?
Absolutely. You're welcome to go inside and visit.
I think I've heard this
The lobby,
conversation
at least,
before.
It does remain a bank. Restricted areas are off
Absolutely
limits.
secure. Data Ex.
Hello, everybody. I'm here to break in again.
Your friend, Nomad Stanek, escaped custody. Agent Riley said he was...
Yeah, I heard. His daughter's in trouble.
Trouble? What kind of trouble? You know where they are? Adam, you need to go find them, both of them, before it's too late.
I'm on it.
That's a straight up lie. Okay, so we gotta get to the 3rd floor. Thankfully, we have access to a lot of this area already, so this should be pretty easy. Level 3 offices. And then we just cloak up if there's a bunch of people around there.
Jensen? You said you were coming.
I got caught up in something. I'll be there soon, Mr. Stanek.
There is no more soon. You are too late. My little girl is gone. She's gone to their ascension.
Mr. Stanek. Nomad. Shit.
It is a shame that we had to make these options, but it's necessary.
Are always trying to crack into here.
Because the most powerful companies in the world store their data here.
Yeah, the stuff they don't want anyone to see. I'd pay big credits to be a fly on the wall during the VersaLife visit.
Why don't you earn those big credits by getting back to work?
Okay, so the information we're looking for is just in the CEO offices. Easy peasy. Now, one thing I haven't, the cameras are still off. So we have a couple more points. I don't remember the things I wanted. I just know that at this point we have pretty much everything I care for. There's obviously some of these other things I could get, but I got the only one that really pertains to me, because these are either super loud and attract attention, or they kill people, which is not what I'm trying to go for. Now, I could go for Tesla, because eventually, as it gets upgraded, you can upgrade it to attack 4 people. And so if there's only 4 people in one area and there's nobody else in close range, I could still use this to take them out. And that only really requires 4 praxis, but... and then 5 for this one as well. But for now, I think I would rather just finish up on a couple of other things. Like silencers, don't really need that. I just crouch. I crouch and everything's fine. Protects against concussion grenades. God, I wish some of these further upgrades were like super amazing. But if you're playing a stealth playthrough, half of them are useless. Really, the only thing out of all the base stuff that I can get that I would care for is probably the marker here. To be able to mark 25 targets. And then the recharge delay. We'll get the delay stuff. So that way, whenever I'm using a bunch of abilities, it just goes by really easily. Do I not have a code? Okay, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I have a code for this. I've been in this office like 3 times. Alright, what do we got? Ah! It's like
Alex,
a printer.
You still with me? I'm accessing the biometric terminal now. How's this supposed to work?
The way Janus explained it, malware on the card will look for the profile of an authorized VersaLife representative and clone it.
I thought he said the card was blank.
Technically, I said it. Sorry. But the card should be active now. Find the elevator to the basement and try it.
Okay. So I just gotta head on downstairs and either just immediately access the VersaLife vault or maybe head somewhere else. Okay. I probably can just leave from here. Farewell. And then cloak back up. Or uncloak. And just immediately start regenerating my energy. Oh, I actually have to go upstairs. Ah, different vault area. Okay. Quick save. I'm glad I can cloak up right next to a guy and not have him give a shit. VersaLife key card. And that gives us access to the corporate vaults from the inside.
The access card worked, Alex. I'm in the elevator heading down.
Janus is good, man. He said security measures prevent wireless communications near the vault, so you and I will lose contact soon.
Meaning I'll be on my own from here on in.
Just until you enter the VersaLife vault and plug the data rod into their terminal. Janus should be able to contact you directly once it's installed. He had me load a bunch of malware on it. Of course, you have to reach the vault access room and call down the VersaLife vault first. If you're stopped by security...
This is a completely different area. We've never been here.
Right here in those containers.
Maybe, but they're also the ones under the most scrutiny. The ones that have to jump through the most hoops.
IT is running a rightfully so. When you only answer to stockholders and the bottom line is your only concern, let me tell you, the way you make decisions is completely skewed.
How would you know? You're a security guard. And speaking of that, let's get back to it.
I was supposed to say, yeah, you're both security guards now. Don't you judge him. How would you know that? We're both low-paying workers. Or low-paid workers. Alright. We have a lot of people to keep track of. I'm gonna make sure to mark everything I can. Thankfully, robots shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'm gonna cloak, actually. Robots shouldn't be too big of a problem here. But we will find out. So first off, we're gonna do... Well, we don't really need to do anything. This one's pretty simple. I just hack in from this side and we get everything.
Anomaly detected. Access
Too
granted.
easy. Thank you for the nuke software. Alright. I need to find my way into a security hub so I can turn off all the general cameras in the area. Whoa, where does this go? Oh! Oh, I love vents. They're so useful. Just end up all around the place. I'm just straight up above the area. Oh, they even have a computer up here. What, a fucking maintenance worker? Just leave it?
No clients. Confirmed.
Check updated.
What does this do? Ooh. Yeah. We accidentally turned on a camera or some turrets. We're gonna need to turn those off. This one, yeah, not as easy to hack through, but whatever. We will make our attempts. Now that we have a lot of time, so we're good. Give me the data store. And yay, I've got 50 extra credits, even though I'm so rich it doesn't matter anymore. Turn this shit off. Okay, not the security hub that I wanted.
All systems function. Confirm.
Confirmed. As you were.
Confirmed. Okay. There might be a security thing in this room? But I'm not seeing it at the moment.
Security system.
Confirm.
Well, I don't really need a security thing if I can just sneak by everyone. It would just probably be for the better of everyone, including myself, if I do. Ooh, a server room. Aha! Here's something a little bit more preferable.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Thankfully, all the security in this Palisade Bank sucks.
Access
I mean,
granted.
really, man? Level 2 for something that probably controls everything? Oh my god. Goodbye to all of these camera grids, or well, camera tracking. Robots we can't do anything about, so we're just not gonna mess with them. You just can't turn them off entirely. Actually, I guess you can do this. Intruder tracking. Okay. Just in case. Auto AI off. Now, is there anything else in this room that I could partake in? Because I turned off the cameras. I can cloak up and check some things out. We have another place we can break into. These guys are all going to have items on them. So I should do something about that.
All clear. All quiet. Confirm.
Updated. As you were.
Alright. Now, in terms of their general locations, they are not really in ideal locations for you to knock them out. If I knock out the guy to the left, the guy to the right will see it. The guy next to him might hear him too. So I need to wait for that guy to fucking go back on patrol.
Security
And then
systems
maybe I can
Confirmed.
do something
Confirmed.
a little creative. Okay, I thought my button for the focus time was F3. It's actually F2, and I fucked that up. But this might work out to our advantage. Well, not from us just losing, but now I know how to do it. But focusing down time might just allow me to knock everybody out like instantly. Now, with that said, I should be able to knock out the guy on the right without any problems anyways. Okay. That guy almost saw me. I don't know if that fully triggered though, because there's the yellow bar and then there's the red bar. Yellow bar is suspicion. Red bar is, oh god, what's going on? We gotta shoot him. Ah, get all the guards. Either way, very useful things to have. And it looks like we should have free reign of the area. We do have the other guard over on this side, but he's fucked up. What is he even doing? He's just chilling out in the room without anything to watch. He's just like, I'm on break. I'm gonna stare at the wall and use my imagination. That's what I do if I had like a really boring job. Just stare at the wall and imagine shit. Alright. What do we got here? Whoops, that's what I need. Important. Be advised, scheduled password change for all security hubs has been moved forward in anticipation of extra protocol visit. Well, I'm not worried about that then. Newspaper. Have I read this? Forensic team attacked in Ruzika Station. That's bullshit! I knocked them all out! It was totally fine. I still call shenanigans on that. Okay. Let's get through some vents. While I might have knocked out a good number of the security, didn't get everything. I wonder how many people they have here. We knocked out a lot of guards. So if it's mostly just like robots and shit, this will be easy. Especially if they don't have any super creative way to spot us. I'm not seeing anything. We'll save just in case though. Uh-huh.
Just in case somehow you can hear me, I'm about to call down the VersaLife vault, Alex.
Ah, so this is how they access these vaults normally. They call it up in a much more presentable place rather than the back end area that looks all super creepy. Okay, and then we just swipe the VersaLife card, and bam. We're in.
Janice, can you hear me?
Yes. The link is weak, but I can strengthen it.
Wait, what are you doing?
The data rod contains a secret program. It's flagging everything it finds on Project Orchid and sending it to me.
Wait, that's an audio file. Can I hear it?
Hello?
Bob, it's Megan. Those orchid samples you told my new assistant to
Megan!
send to Switzerland?
I asked him not to bother you with that.
It's okay. I told him he could. But it's just... I've never heard of this GaLm facility before.
A recent acquisition. I'll have to take you there someday.
That's not necessary. Listen, the changes we make to the orchid's Cas enzymes, they're incredibly dangerous. Until we perfect the replacement-based fragment, GaLm's researchers must keep a neutralizing enzyme on hand.
I've read your reports, Megan. I know all about the failures of the CRISPR molecule. I'm even keeping a sample of the neutralizer inside a secure vault in case your research gets corrupted.
You are?
Trust me, you have nothing to worry about.
Thank you. I just wanted to be sure this time. Good night, Bob.
Good night, my dear.
Megan.
Dr. Reed, you seem disappointed. She joined VersaLife shortly before Seraph Industries closed. I assumed you knew.
Well, we did know about that, but I just didn't think she was going to be working on the fucking bioweapon.
About this facility in Switzerland.
GaLm? I've been digging into it ever since your ex said the name. It was a geological research center until 2025, when Bell Tower Associates bought it. They didn't list it on their balance sheet when they filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah. I guess they also forgot to mention the Spec Ops unit that went AWOL. I have to get to GaLm.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about the augmented mercs who ambushed us in Dubai. If Paige sent them the Orchid.
That's everything. Unless they're storing something physical in there. Either way, I suggest you leave soon. With the vault in that position, you should be able to exit through the shaft. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. And please don't forget the data rod when you leave.
It would have been funny if you could just legitimately leave it there by accident. But Jensen's got that covered. Okay. Smooth operator. Oh no, I was also supposed to get Ghost. I might have been spotted a little bit. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in here for us to take. So, is she working on a bioweapon and not knowing that it's a bioweapon? Like, oh, it's gonna be used later on? Or does she know it's a bioweapon and she's just like, it's cool, no one's gonna use this in a possibly world-ending way again? Because if it's the latter, God, she's stupid. For a smart person?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Can I hack over towards it? Yay! Nothing blocking me off.
Access granted.
Alright, what do we got in the safe? The orchid neutralizing enzyme, nice.
Janus,
and a lot in
can you hear me?
opposite, holy shit.
I think I found that neutralizing enzyme Megan and Paige were talking about.
We don't have a lot of time, Mr. Jensen. We'll lose contact.
No problem, I got this one. I might be able to save a life or two with this, if the orchid shows up again.
That's good. So if someone gets poisoned, I can just be like, hey, no, just drink this, man. It's gonna be totally alright. Alright, Colin, thank you again for making the trip. Palisade execs will be waiting for you. Everything has been set up for your visit to our company vault. You might find some interesting data in there. The code to the computer is 589, okay, in case you need to access it. You may as well leave this pocket secretary in there for the next time. Yeah, that is convenient. Alright, enter your password, 5896KLM01BN. What a convoluted password. Megan, you there? Hi, Bob, I was just talking about you. Good things, I hope. Chatting with Gary. Of course good. He's seen some great results in the last 12 months with the gene strain. I didn't get the details, of course. He's very hush-hush about these things. I'm sure he'll fill me in. Progress on Orchid? Promising. Latest test results show almost no CM buildup, which indicates less glial interference. What about the mutability problem? Still struggling with that. But we have the inside track on a neutralizing agent, taking advantage of its binary nature. Wonderful! Congratulations! I never expected Bob to be like, wonderful! The type of guy to just caps lock something. We're all very excited. It certainly makes working with this thing less stressful. Good. I'll let you get back to it. Thanks, Bob. See you soon. What in the hell are you all working on? Why is she shutting me out? I need access to the site. She's not shutting you out. She's just being careful. The eyes of the world are still watching. Which is exactly why I need access. We have equipment down there. Sensitive equipment. It needs to be recovered before the ocean completely destroys it. I know. Trust me. I just helped Bell Tower get rid of the same thing from your other underwater lab. Lucius put Elizabeth in charge of this one. Her position at the WHO makes it easier. She'll send you everything she recovers as soon as it's safe enough to do so. We need to move carefully, Bob, now more than ever. Oh, is this supposed to be Bob? For HKP 02052? We have sensitive equipment! Mr. Page, the Shackleton facility is almost ready for full operation and everything has been laid out according to your specifications. All of the equipment has been moved in minus a few incidentals. One of the incubators was broken in transit. Living quarters are fully stocked as well. Personnel are scheduled to transfer next week. Will you be wanting to brief them in person? We are experiencing issues with the transfer of experiments from New Mexico, specifically the bovine manipulation project. It may be prudent to wait until a later date, but I will leave the decision up to you. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. We know that, Bob Page is the villain in Deus Ex 1. Some people don't know, some people have commented, what do you mean when you're talking about prequel? Well, there's Deus Ex 1, which was released quite a while ago, well over 20 years ago. And then there's Deus Ex Human Revolution, which was released a few years before this. And that's, you know, Deus Ex Human Revolution and Deus Ex Mankind Divided are a prequel. So they're kind of gonna be stringing us along a little bit for things that hint to the main story of Deus Ex 1. Which, I mean, if you've never seen or played Deus Ex 1, I guess that might be somewhat spoilers. But again, this is kind of a prequel to a 20-plus-year-old game? So, I don't know, actually, let's see, is it 20 years old now? I think it might have come out in 2001. God, let me check before I make a fool of myself. Okay, it's not a 20-year-old game yet. It came out in 2000, so it's actually more like 16 years old. How the hell do I get out of here? Ah! Button on the wall. Oh, it leads up to all the other stuff. Neat. Well, if I didn't already access every single vault, then I would totally be checking them out. But I'm pretty sure we cleared them completely. Unless new stuff pops up, but from the looks of my vision, it doesn't fully look like it. Oh! God. I mean, I shouldn't get worried because obviously I can survive falling down. It's just a risky proposition. Oops. Well, there are other ways for me to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, apparently there was a vent that just led straight over that camera. Didn't have to sit there all worried about it. Where does this even go? Oh, up here. Wow, I could have just completely circumvented all this shit. This place was super easy in comparison to like the DLC breaking into the Palisade Bank. Okay, let's get to the lobby main floor. We'll cloak up and then just escape. Again, we don't need anything from the actual other vaults, so yeah, I'm not worried. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of information that's probably going to be dumped in this game that's supposed to hint at some of the events of Deus Ex 1. And I won't elaborate too much because, again, you know, maybe spoilers for people who've never played the game. Let me uncloak. Yep, just coming in from the personal vaults. Just had to pick something up for myself. No worries whatsoever. I totally didn't break into your biggest vault.
Miller, it's Jensen. I've got a lead on the augmented mercs who ambushed us in Dubai.
You're supposed to be investigating the train station attack.
Just hear me out. There's a research facility.
Not like this, you don't. I'm en route to Prague now. She'll be landing at Chicane's helipad any minute. I'll hear you out there. Miller out.
Adam, it's Delara. I managed to find out new information on that Marchenko guy you asked me to look into.
What'd you get?
Well, for starters, he wasn't always Victor Marchenko. Shit.
What's going on?
I have to go. My appointment just showed up. I sent what I found to your email. Hope it helps.
Thanks, Delara. I'll check it out.
Jensen, you still got that calibrator on you? If you do, man, I'm ready to optimize that crazy system of yours. I got everything I need now to fix you up real good.
You mean the way you fixed me up last time?
No. This is gonna be different, huh? On Vaclav's honor. Just get to the lab and you'll see.
Okay. Well, it's now time to go and deal with side missions because we gotta do that. Didn't she already send me the information on Marchenko? It feels like it. Okay, let's do our side missions before the main game or the main story fails us. Don't need to deal with that stuff again.
Something wrong?
Everything, man. Life is just rough. Okay, let us head over to the other side.